The Indian Hill Foundation is proud to present Distinguished Alumni Award.
My name's Brad Casper, and I'm a proud graduate of Indian Hill High School class of 1978. If someone would have said to me in the 70s that I would live most of my adult life outside of Cincinnati, and in fact outside the United States, I wouldn't have believed them. I really had an ideal childhood, surrounded in love by my mom, my dad, and my sister Amy. My dad was president of the Board of Education. My mom volunteered in Indian Hill schools for more than 16 years. And ultimately, I think they imprinted upon me the importance of being involved in K-12 education, and I've tried to continue that as I moved to Arizona later in my life. Indian Hill was a major platform for my personal and my professional growth. And I have to thank the educators and the administrators of that era, beginning with Bob West. Bob was not only my freshman basketball coach who led us to the EHL championship, but he was a champion in the classroom too. His love of written word, and particular poetry, really inspired me to be a better verbal communicator, and I can't thank Bob enough for how he impacted my life. The class of 1978 was very, very special, and I remain close to so many of our classmates, but one person in particular is very special, and that was Kay Sanders. This year, we will celebrate 40 years of marriage. We have 3 amazing adult children: Colton, who's married, Carly, who's engaged, and Brody, who just rediscovered his high school sweetie too. And all 3 of them live within a few miles of us here in Arizona. I couldn't be more blessed and more grateful. If I had to summarize my professional journey in a few words, I'd say this: my willingness to leave the comfort zone early in my career led to extraordinary, remarkable personal and professional growth. I accepted a position in the financial management program of General Electric right here in Evendale, Ohio. After 2.5 years, though, I knew it wasn't a great fit, so I jumped to Procter & Gamble and their brand management track. And that turned out to be an amazing 16.5-year career that led me all the way around the world, where I lived in Japan, Hong Kong, and China for 9.5 continuous years. During this journey, I never would have imagined that I would meet President Ronald Reagan in the Rose Garden. I'd drop a puck to start a hockey game between Team USA and the Russian Red Army. I'd dine with sumo wrestlers in Japan, and even be on The Celebrity Apprentice with Donald Trump. Who'd have figured? In any case, after a career at Procter & Gamble, I jumped to become president of Church & Dwight, another consumer good company in Princeton, New Jersey, and then I got recruited to become the CEO of Dial in Scottsdale, Arizona in 2005. After working for 3 multinationals for the first 25 years of my life, I shifted to a more entrepreneurial track, and I've probably experienced more professional change in the last 12 years than I did in the first 25. During that time, I was executive chairman of a sports nutrition company in Dallas. I became president of the Phoenix Suns basketball team. I led a pet nutrition company out of Los Angeles. I joined an advertising agency that I helped scale to become on the Inc. 5000 list. And then I started my own firm, Heart and Soul Marketing, in the middle of the pandemic in October of 2020. In all honesty, my biggest learning from this wild ride that I've been on: be resilient. Pick yourself up when you get knocked down. Invest in continuous learning. Get involved when you can and where you can, because there's always something out there for you to make an impact on. Try to strive for not just a life of success, but a life of significance, because there's so much you can do with your skills. And I've discovered some of that later in my life. I'm very grateful for this recognition tonight, and grateful for everyone who's attending this event. I think it really reinforces the importance of people remaining involved in public education, because we can't take it for granted. And fortunately, Indian Hill does not. And so I'm very, very honored to be a part of this new community of alumni who have been recognized, and I am so grateful that Indian Hill continues to set a standard of excellence in education. Thank you very much.